Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, let's get to the super thanks. And I also want to thank a bunch of people who have come back to the reading club. So yeah, we're going to take care of that business and then we'll move on with the podcast. So I'm going to play the super thanks reel and we'll talk on the other side. And then I'm going to thank all the readers who have rejoined the reading club here on YouTube. So let's play the reel and then we'll talk on the other side. All right, y'all, I just want to give a quick shout out to Angela May. Angela, you are the best. You are the best of the best. You are always coming through and supporting the read. You are so faithful and so kind. And I don't know what I did to deserve you, but boy, I am so happy I did it. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. Also, I want to thank all of the readers who have rejoined the reading club. Yes, I'm going to put it up right here. Petricola Marcel, she has been with me 20 months. Lydia Washington, who has been with me 21 months. Lydia is so special. She really helped me to get started. I mean, she always cheerleaded for me. Lydia is just an OG squatty who really puts in the work. And I am so grateful and so thankful to her. And Junior Lee Curtis, who has been with me 10 months, and Jacqueline Rippey, who has been with me 14 months, and Catherine McClagan, who has been with me 16 months, and 08065, my girl, she has been with me 17 months. The Mac, she has been with me 1 month. I think it's a she. I don't know. You have to put it in the comments. But the Mac has been with me 1 month. And Mary Daniels, she is one of the original readers. She has been with me 21 months. And Laura Williams, she has been with me 20 months. So thank y'all for coming back. Y'all didn't have to, but I appreciate it so very much. I mean, being demonetized is so hard because they just take away everything that you have built. You really have to be strong-minded not to quit. I saw one of the readers in the comments today was saying that she has looked at a lot of the Pro Sussex channels. It is hard to get views. It is hard to get subscribers. It is just hard to find your community. It's really hard. And she feels that they are trying to get all of the positive pro Sussex channels to quit. And I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. And I never thought about quitting. It was just so devastating that you put in so much work and they just snatch it away. But I'm back and we are going to get back to business. So I thank all of these people who have come back to support your girl and rejoin the reading club. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, y'all, with all that said, y'all know what time it is and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets. And y'all, we got quite a bit to talk about as usual. Y'all know I be digging. Always digging for something to talk about. And we got some things to talk about. We do. First up, we're going to talk about Town and Country. Yes, they covered Peter Phillips and Harriet Sterling's wedding. And they had an article about the top 10 best dressed people at this wedding. And I only saw where they featured about 5. I'm thinking they just said it was 10 because you got some looks missing. But it is hilarious. And we're going to talk about that. And we have a clip of some of the guests arriving. And I must say, if this is the cream of society, if this is the top tier, we're in trouble. We are absolutely in trouble because these gomers, I cannot. If this is the best of Britain, Britain is in trouble. But I know Britain is not in trouble because this is not the best of Britain. The tax paying citizens, they are the best of Britain. These aristocrats are so busy looking their nose down at regular people, they forget to look in the mirror. Because if they looked in the mirror, they would know that they have a red nose on. They are a bunch of bozos. Yes, they are. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Jack Royston, that little pipsqueak, that little waste of space. He just wrote an article today. I mean, just ignoring everything that's going on with that family. And he is writing about Megan. I kid you not. He is focusing in on Megan, pocket watching Megan, instead of being a real journalist on a serious paper and writing about what's going on with that family, the corruption, the treachery, and the scamming. But no, that's not what's important to him. What's important to him is how many jars of spread Megan has on hand and how much traffic is coming to as Ever's website. Yes, that is where his priorities lie. You know, when I saw this, I just had to chuckle because you cannot make this SHIT up. These people, what's wrong with them? I mean, here he is choosing to totally ignore all of the scandal that is presently swirling around that family over there. Not idle gossip. I'm talking about real receipts like the National Audit Report. And here he is focusing in on Megan. Tell me these people are not crazy. Pocket watching Megan and her brand and her business. And we're going to talk about that because Squatty's absolutely went in. Now, he told the truth about some stuff, but yeah, he shouldn't even be talking about that. You're supposed to be a journalist that works at Newsweek. You should be focusing on real stories and doing real journalism instead of running around here being a royal hack and a bootlicker for that family over there. But I digress. We are going to talk about that and we're going to talk about Willie and Kitty. It's another little scandal might be brewing. I'm telling you, squatties have been digging and we're going to talk about it. And I promise you, your ears are going to perk up when we get to that. I promise you, it is some hot, I mean piping hot tea. Yes, I am bringing the piping hot tea today on Mr. Willie and his mannequin wife. Yes, the mannequin. Yes, and we're going to talk about that. And y'all know we always have some other things we're going to talk about. Y'all know I'll be digging around. I dig around and find other things as well. So y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all need to lock in and just know that I'm not going to keep you long, but I will keep you entertained. And we are going to start with this. And this was in Town and Country. It says the 10 best dressed guests at Peter Phillips and Harriet Sterling's wedding. And I must say, it seems to me that they had a hard time finding someone that they could consider being best dressed. Because it was a clown show over there. I read this article and I only saw about 5 or 6 people that they featured with pictures that they considered best dressed. And that included children. They were hard pressed. Mia Tyndall, I think she is what, about 11 or 12? Yes, they put her as one of the best dressed. I kid you not. It was hard times at this wedding finding someone that looked decent. And of course, they featured Kitty first. Yes, they said Kitty was well dressed. Now, they talked about what she had on, but they did not talk about that scar upside her head. It could clearly be seen in this beige dress that she decided to wear to some other woman's wedding. Yeah, mean girl on full display, but I digress. Yes, she was featured first. And I must say, I did not hate what she had on. What I hate is that they don't talk about the real things that are going on with this family, like this woman walking around with the scar upside her head. Let's talk about that. I will never stop talking about it until someone else who has a bigger platform, preferably a news organization that has some balls to get to the truth of what really happened to Kitty December the 28th, 2023. But I digress that point. Yes, I did not hate her outfit. I hated the color. And they also had this lady on the best dressed list at this wedding. She is the girlfriend of one of Princess Margaret's sons. Now, this is what they say is best dressed. It doesn't look that way to me. This looks like something that this woman whipped up on her old Singer sewing machine the night before. Yes, look at the hem. Look at the sleeves. This is not a well tailored garment, and it definitely shouldn't be on anybody's best dress list. But when you think about the competition at this wedding, I understand. Because, like I said, this looks like something that I could whip up on a Saturday night and be ready to wear on Sunday morning. I'm just saying, y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think that this is a well dressed person? And Lady Sarah Chatterton, she was on this list as well. And as you can see, this is what they were competing against to get on the list. I mean, this looks like something you would wear if you were an employee of a bar or a restaurant, a high end restaurant. Yes, that's what it looks like to me. She looks like waiting staff. She looks like a waitress. I'm just saying. All I can say is I'll have a steak medium rare. I cannot. I mean, this is so underwhelming. And Beatrice, she made the list, and they tried to say that these two are giving each other a loving look. And all I can say to that is, who cares? But let's talk about her dress. I don't like this dress. It looks like a bedspread to me. It really does. It looks like something that, you have in your bedroom. Not something you would make a dress out of, but okay. But I did like her purse and I liked her shoes. Her shoes kind of saved the day. They look like some shoes that I do believe that Megan maybe have worn. Yeah, check that out. I believe these are Aquazuras. I really do, but we all know they just copy so hard. Now, if I'm wrong, put it in the comments, but I believe Megan has worn shoes like this before. And I like the purse. And Eugenie, that is in the back of her, she did not make the list. And if you saw that outfit that she had on, you understand why. And the young lady here, she is featured as one of the best dressed. Her name is Lady Margarita Armstrong Jones. She is the granddaughter of Princess Margaret. So, yeah, she was said to be the best dressed. And I must say, she didn't have on not one color that matches each other. And as you can see, she's standing next to the lady who made her dress the night before on an old Singer sewing machine, and who is the girlfriend of Princess Margaret's son. But back to Lady Armstrong Jones. I mean, it looks like she doesn't own a iron. I have never saw a person be this wrinkled in the middle of the day. And what is that growing out of her head that she is calling a hat? It looks like barnacles on the side of a boat. Both these two women are very unfortunate souls when it comes to fashion, I must say. But as we go on, you'll see why these people are on the best dress list, because Pickens was really slim when you were looking for people that you could consider best dressed. And Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, and Edward, they were there. And Sophie was on the best dress list. I don't know what she was thinking about with the purse, but the dress, it's okay. The hat is okay. You know, compared to the competition that she had at this funeral. Oh, I'm sorry, this wedding. She did okay. And also, Kate's ex-boyfriend, his wife was on the best dressed list as well. Now, y'all remember yesterday, I showed y'all where Kate had wore this same dress in 2023. But Dee came in the comments today and told me something that I did not know. This woman is a very accomplished woman. She owns this brand that she is wearing. So Kate was wearing a dress from her ex-boyfriend's wife's collection. So in this particular situation, who is single white femaling who? Kate or this lady that is the wife of Kate's ex-boyfriend? Y'all tell me what y'all think, but I don't think much of her collection. That dress is ugly. I'm just saying. I hate to say it, but yeah, that's an ugly dress. It was ugly on Kate and it's ugly on her. It looks better on her than Kate, but it's still ugly. And because the pickings was so thin at this wedding when it came to fashion, even the three young girls that were bridesmaids made the best dress list. And they were the daughters of the bride and groom. It was Georgina, Sterling, Savannah Phillips, and Isa Phillips. Now, these young girls were so cute. They are such beautiful girls, but they're in the wedding party. I thought you were getting best dressed people of the people who came to the wedding guests. I mean, nothing says that the pickings are slim when it comes to fashion. Then when you start featuring the wedding party, I get not with Town and Country. And if you really want the proof that everyone that was there at this wedding was dressed tacky, look who they featured. They featured Mia Tyndall as one of the best dressed. Now, this is a child, and I am not going to critique her. I don't do stuff like that. I'm not a deranger. These people talk about Lily like she is a grown woman. I mean, it's disgusting. I would never do that. But I will say this, Zara, you need to do better. I'm just saying. And this squatty said, the best of the British. We all know why King Charles chose Camilla. Zero grace, zero charisma. My God, no wonder Princess Diana is still so adored. These people are like a moving circus. And I'm going to play this little clip, and you'll know exactly what this particular squatty is talking about. It is a circus. That whole wedding was absolutely filled up to the tippy top with clowns. squatty said, is the yellow dress the ideal length for a wedding? And the way she was walking, let's not even talk about the length of the dress. How she was walking, they all walk like that. The horse walks like that. Kitty walks like that. I mean, they walk like they are marching off the war. I have never saw anything like it. It is so funny to me. Oh my goodness, we have to watch it again.
Stupid.
I cannot, y'all. I cannot. But I don't understand. That is the way they all are. I mean, like I was saying, that's the way Camilla walks. That's the way Kitty walks. I mean, it is crazy to me, but let's move on. And this article came out. People are talking about how quickly Charles got the HE double hockey sticks out of there after the wedding. I mean, he jumped on a chopper and him and his horse was off to the races. I mean, they said deuces to the wedding party. They didn't stay for none of it. This is what the article says. It says King and Queen make 100-mile helicopter dash from royal wedding to watch horse racing. Yes, that's what they were off to do. Charles was taking Cammy to visit family. This squatty said King Chuck and Queen Cammy choppered 100 miles from a family wedding straight to the Epsom Derby for a trophy presentation. Meanwhile, William's out here with his Earthshot circus lecturing peasants about plastic straws and carbon footprints. The sheer privilege and hypocrisy of this fossilized family is actually impressive. Rule for thee, Helly, Helly for me.
That's true.
And this why they posted this about Camilla and how Camilla acts. I mean, if you watch her, she is so weird and she has not an ounce of grace in her body. Charles and Camilla's relationship is that old adage that says love is in the eye of the beholder. This couple is absolutely that embodied. Because you look at Charles, now you can say a lot about Charles, but he has a kind of grace to him. And Camilla, not at all. So, yeah, you have to say, what's going on here? How in the world did you choose this train wreck over Princess Diana? It has to be several screws loose up there in the hallows of Charles's head. Cause I'm telling you, just looking at Camilla, who in the world would want that bed hopper? But I digress. This squatty said Camilla Parker Bowles walks in front of King Charles, not giving a single shit about him being king. Ha 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 ha. She almost hit him with her umbrella. Now she is dangerous with that umbrella. I'm going to show another video of her hitting this woman with an umbrella. I mean, she is just so uncouth. But I digress. This squatty goes on to say, she almost hit him with her umbrella and got into the helicopter ASAP. They have been telling us all these years that no royal wife walks in front of her husband. Laugh out loud. Look at Cam's not giving a SHIT. And we all know who said that. And that would be Angela Levin. Yeah, she wanted to use that to beat Meghan with, saying that Meghan always walks in front of Harry. And the other royal wives, they don't do that. Kate doesn't do it, and neither does the horse. Well, receipt, please, and look at this.
You never see Catherine or Camilla walking, pushing ahead in front of the royal partners. It's very difficult to get it right.
And there you have it. Every time that they try to use something against Meghan, they end up exposing themselves. Angela Levine is nothing but a grifter and a liar. And there you have the proof of both. You can sit on all the panels you want to, Angela, but at the end of the day, the video do not lie. The receipts do not lie. And it just shows you up for the hack that you are and the lying grifter that you are. And we cannot forget bootlicker. And I'm going to put this up. And this squatty posted this about Camilla. And she also posted a clip. And I'm going to play the clip. But yeah, she's talking about how just absolutely uncouth Camilla is. I mean, she is an embarrassment at this point. This squatty said, I never saw Queen Elizabeth eat in public the way Queen Horse ate this Italian ice cream with her poker face. No amount of money will ever buy this mess elegance. It's embarrassing. It is. And Charles, he was attracted to this over Diana. I mean, that's certifiable. That right there should get Charles a 72-hour-old because there's something wrong with him if you're going to choose a horse over a princess. I'm just saying. Did y'all see how how Camilla almost put that woman's eye out with that umbrella? I cannot with her. I cannot. One thing you can say about the horse, she is no Princess Grace, is she? And she definitely is nothing close to Queen Maxima. She is outclassed by all the queens of Europe. She just is. She is such a frump. Charles and Willie did such a poor job picking their wives, picking their mates, picking their queen. Because I'm telling you, the horse and future queen dumb as a rock, they're a disgrace. When you put them side by side in comparison to the other reigning monarchs or the monarchs to be, they fall short. They really fall short. They do. They are subpar. And they should be embarrassed. Willie and Charles should be embarrassed of the women that they chose to put on the throne beside them. It says a lot about the men that they are. What a disgrace. And I want to talk about this article. This was in the Mirror. And the title of the article is Kate Middleton Gets Sister-in-Law She Never Had After Meghan Markle Feud. And my whole thing is she has a sister-in-law. Does not her brother's wife count as a sister-in-law? Sometimes these people, they are so caught up in the vitriol and their stupidity and their obsession about Meghan that they don't even understand how stupid they sound. I think maybe they do, but they just don't care. Because this woman has a sister in law. This woman has a sister. Nobody likes her. And that includes her sister. And I'm willing to bet her sister in law as well. So miss me with this nonsense, but this is what it says. It says Kate Middleton has gained a new royal ally in Harriet Sperling, who has become the sister-in-law Kate never had after her wedding to Peter Phillips. Now we all know that one, this is a planet story. This is straight out of Kensington Palace because they want Meghan to care. They do. They want Harry to care. They want to try to make Harry and Meghan feel some kind of way about being in the lovely city of Montecito, living in a big, big mansion. And this is all this is about. They want Harry and Meghan to feel some kind of way. Well, they don't. And number two, I am willing to bet you that the first time that Harriet met Kate was at the wedding. They want to try to push the narrative that somehow Harriet is a friend to Kate. Don't believe the hype. Kate is not a friend to anybody. And so that is the reason why I know this is nothing but a fake story to try to make Kate look human and not like a lizard person. She didn't have friends. She didn't, like I said, her sister clearly doesn't like her. And if her sister clearly doesn't like her, we all can put odds on the fact that her sister in law doesn't like her either. So, yeah, this is nothing but a bogus article trying to make Kate look like a human. And this is what it says. It says Harriet Sperling is set to play an unexpected role for Kate Middleton following her royal wedding, which took place on Saturday. Nurse Harriet married Peter Phillips, and then it goes into details about the wedding. But yeah, they are trying to set Harriet up. They are so desperate to push the narrative that somehow Kate is a regular person, that she's not a mean girl, that she has friends, and also somehow that Meghan should feel a twinge of jealousy because of Harriet. I mean, these people are sick. I cannot. Why in the world would Meghan ever feel jealous of Kate? Do you see the life that Meghan lives? She is free. Why in the world would she have any feelings, any twang of jealousy about anything across that pond? But they want it so bad. You know why? Because when they look across the pond and see the life that Harry and Meghan has built for themselves and their family, they're jealous. And I want to talk about this post from Jack Royston. Yes, royal bootlicker of the First Order. He is doing nothing but paying attention to what's going on with, as ever, and pocket watching Meghan. This is what Newsweek posted. Meghan Markle had over 650,000 units of stock in January, and U.S. traffic to her website has slowed in the months since. Now, they over there watching as ever. I mean, isn't it other things that Newsweek could do to help the situation that the world is in? I mean, isn't it other stories to cover beside a private business? Megan's business is not even on the stock exchange. It's not a public business. It's privately owned. And here they are, just absolutely policing her business. It makes no sense. Go out and do some real journalism. What about that? And leave her alone. Leave her business alone. And this squatty came up under this post and said, okay, thanks for the info. Now do the same with King Charles's jam. How many units of stock? Exactly. And they have no idea how many units of stock that Megan has. But yet and still, here they are out here peddling the bullshist. I can't. And then later he came in and posted under his own name and said this exclusive how Meghan Markle's as ever website traffic compares to her mega inventory revealed in January. Plus, source says she will double size of her business this year. Meghan is doing just fine. And I believe that Harry and Meghan's spokesperson dropped this little bug in his ear when they saw that other post. No, they wanted him to know that Meghan is doing just fine. As ever is doing just fine. This business is less than 3 years old and now it is positioning itself to double in size. How is that not a success? It doesn't matter how much traffic you have coming to your website, just so the traffic that's coming is buying. And it is very clear to see that the traffic that is coming into As Ever's website, the people behind it are buying. And then he posted this. He said, a person with knowledge of As Ever told at Newsweek they anticipated it would double in size this year. By any measure, for any startup, you can't deny this is anything but a success. People are obsessed with wanting her to fail. He said the quiet part out loud because that right there is it. They are obsessed with wanting her to fail. They are absolutely having wet dreams about her failing. They want her to fail. The flying monkeys, the hag dragons, all of the toadies, the trolls, the derangers, and the hate hustlers. They all want Megan to fail. But I'm telling them right now, that is not going to happen. Megan has too many people pulling for her, supporting her, lifting her up when needed, that she will not fail. It will not be allowed. And I am really starting to think that it is starting to dawn on them that that is the reality of the situation. Yes, the light bulb over their head has started to flicker. I'm just saying. And this squatty posted all of the shenanigans, all of the scandal, all of the corruption and the grifting and scamming that is going on over there across the pond with that family. And it seems like Jack doesn't know it's going on. It's as if he is not a journalist and he doesn't have his finger on the pulse of the news. But this squatty said, Jack, you're so busybodied over a non working royal's financial life, living 10,000 miles away from the royal family, whom you should be investigating. Why don't you reserve this energy for the royals grifting the British taxpayer? Why are you obsessed with Megan Sussex? Ain't she irrelevant? Exactly. I mean, they never hesitate on spewing the narrative that Meghan and Harry are irrelevant, but they can't keep their names out of their mouths. I mean, it makes no sense. And all of this is going on. I mean, all of the grifting, all of the lying, all of the hoeing, all of the shenanigans. But he has nothing but time on his hand to look into what's going on with Megan's business. All right, y'all, we're going to change gears right now and we are going to get into the piping hot tea that I talked about in the intro. And here it is. A squatty dug this up and listened to what she said, and she also dropped the receipts. I love this when squatties post something and says something really shocking, and then on top of that, post the receipts. Listen to this. It says, that time in 2022, when William and Kate announced making a grant of £345,000 to Two Riding CF, but their financial report showed the actual amount to be only $13,043. Do y'all remember this? I don't remember this. It says, unless you see it with your own eyes, no one should believe William paid the income tax rate he claims he does. Y'all remember not long ago, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks back, they were feeding information, planting stories that William was paying this huge amount of money in income tax. I think it was around $7 million. If that's not the figure, put it in the comments. But yeah, and Squatties was saying right then and there that that was nothing but them planning stories and lying. Nobody believes that Willie and Kitty are paying a huge amount of money in taxes. My belief is that they pay none because let's not get it twisted, they are not required to pay taxes. I mean, isn't that ridiculous that you're born in a certain family and you don't have to pay taxes? I mean, give me a break, United Kingdom. It's time to kick these freeloaders out. It makes no sense. And they're not only freeloaders, they're liars and BSers and absolute scammers and grifters. I mean, it makes no sense that they'll sit down. Look at that picture. William and Kate sit down and laughed and pretend like they were doing this huge donation of £345,000 to this organization, To Riding CF, and ends up these people never got their money. They only got a small pittance of the money promised to them. Only just a small fraction of what was pledged by Willie and Kitty. I cannot, y'all. Tell me if y'all knew about this. Have I just forgotten about this? Tell me what you think. And this squatty posted this by Baroness Brooke. Now, she is not a squatty. She is pro Charles and she can't stand Willie and Kitty. She found them very lazy. And so Roy Nickel was posting about Harry's gift of £1.1 million for the BBC CIN. You know, I think it's that radio station that is for young people. It's an independent radio station and they get to learn all kinds of skills and whatnot. And Harry, after the success of Spare, he gave them £1.1 million to help fund that program. Well, Roy Nickel was posting about it, and then Baroness Brooke came in and said, friendly reminder that William went to visit communities on his fake impact days, made pledges of big cash donations, and later in the year he didn't come through with those pledges. And I mean, she did nothing but air Willie and Kitty out for being fake and performative and not coming through with the money that they pledged to this charity. How low can you be? How fake can you be? And this squatty said, wow, he didn't deliver on the pledges he made. It's giving Prince William as a performative scammer. Scandalous, but the media are not allowed to report the truth on him. Where is the lie? We have been saying this ever since the squaddom came to be. That Willie and Kitty both are nothing but performative. They're lazy, they're fake, and they have no passion. They are totally void of any kind of ambition, passion, or drive. These people could care less about what they're doing. They only want to make people believe that they care because they don't have the capacity to care. They only care for themselves. And the proof of that is how they grift off the British taxpayer, how ruthless they are, how money grubbing they are. I mean, the more you dig into the royal finances, you really see that these people could give two shits about the British people. They want everything for themselves. They don't care about starving babies and people sleeping rough and living in mold infested homes. They don't care. Pay your rent to the duchy. They don't care. As long as the money keeps rolling in. This is who these people are. And this squatty posted an article from the Independent with Willie out here briefing, talking about how different he's going to be when he becomes king. This is what it says. Prince William to crack down on royal property rules when he becomes king after Andrew cashed in with rent deals. You see what this man do? They are performative. He is not going to do any of that. Is he going to do it against himself? Because he's over there at Forest Lodge living on a peppercorn rent himself. But yet and still, here he is with the bullshites, all this performative nonsense. And this squatty that posted this said, Prince William Parker Bowles, to crack down on royal properties, meaning he is going to rent, sell, and make money. We all know he's selling off a lot of land in the Duchy of Cornwall. So I don't know why he said it's because he wants to build houses for the homeless, but we'll see. Because this man doesn't do anything but fake pledge. If you go to those houses that they build, I wouldn't be surprised if they wasn't made out of cardboard. This is how fake and phony this man is, just so you build a front so he can stand in front of it and take a PR picture. It doesn't matter if the house blow away after that. So we'll see what he's going to do with the 670 million pounds he is getting for the land he's selling off from the duchy. But yeah, he's talking about how he's going to crack down on royal property. Well, I'm telling you, he needs to start with himself. Yes, because look at this. William and Kate's new mansion cost taxpayer over $500 million in extravagant renovations. Meanwhile, the couple previously lied and said that they paid $400,000 in renovations themselves. Just another lie by Wank. They couldn't even lie about the exact amount, for they didn't pay for it. Exactly. You can't keep your story straight when you're lying. Yes, they said $400,000. It was actually a half a billion. And this is their forever home again, because you know they have had three forever homes. And this is the third one. And here he is out here briefing and talking about how he's going to crack down. He needs to crack down on himself. This squatty said, when you look deep into the royal family, the corruption, the greed, the sleaze behind palace walls, the adultery, the pedo close friends, They are not fit to lick a decent living working person's boots. They have F they on Megan. She came, she saw, and said, F this circus, I'm gone. And boy, was she right. Ooh, Harry and Meghan leaving was the best thing ever. I want to put this up because Megan has done a collaboration with Olivia McDowell. And if you don't know who that is, she is a TikToker. She has a lot of followers. And she is a lifestyle type content creator. And she did this beautiful video featuring a lot of the As Ever products. And let me tell you, she did a fantastic job. It is A plus plus. And this video is on her Instagram. You can go over there, plug her name into the search engine, and it should come up. I don't have the link, but I will post the video over on Patreon for all of you that don't have Instagram. But if you do have Instagram, please go over and give her a like. Support this video. Hype it up, y'all. Hype it up. I love showing love for people who create content. I do. Because it's not easy as it looks. It's kind of hard to do. So I just love showing love for people who do what I do, and that's create content. Like I said, it's not easy. I also love giving love to Megan and supporting her projects and whatever she's doing. I never try to take away, I always try to add to. So her name is Olivia McDowell, and all you have to do is plug it into the search engine on Instagram, and she will come up. And she did this beautiful, beautiful video. I mean, she was using all the different As Ever products. And like I said, if you have Instagram, go over there and show her some love because she deserves it. This video is beautiful. Like I said, it is out of the park. And this squatty that posted this said Olivia McDowell reposted her collab video with As Ever Megan. Crossing a collab with As Ever off of my dream partnership list. Thank you, Megan. Olivia. This is what she wrote to Megan on her Instagram and reposted the video. Yes, I am loving this, y'all. And like I say, if you have the opportunity, go over to Instagram and watch it. Give her a like, show the support. And if you don't have Instagram, I'm going to post it over on my Patreon. All right. I love this, y'all. And this squatty said, like twins, beautiful collab. And people say that she looks like Megan. I think they do look alike. Like literally, they look related. What do y'all think? Do y'all think they look alike? I think they do look alike. Megan and Olivia. All right, y'all. Y'all know I love to end on a positive note, and I am going to be ending with the notorious JTB. And this is what he posted. And I'm telling you, this right here is nothing but tea. It is. And this is what he said. He said, some people spend so much time trying to tear others down because they're threatened by what they can never be. Keep talking, keep succeeding, keep shining. The opinions of fools have never built a legacy. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry continues to prove that. Where is the lie? And then he came down here and posted this beautiful picture of Harry and Meghan from their I think this is their engagement picture, and said, being hated by idiots is the price you pay for not being one of them. Come on and clock that T, notorious JTB, because that right there is nothing but tea. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this. I love it. One of my favorites ever since he's been doing this. I think this one is my favorite because that is so true. Being hated by idiots is the price you have to pay for not being one of them. Oh, I love it. All right, y'all. You know, I love the time that I spend with y'all, and I will be back soon. If you want to support the channel, very, very easy. Here on YouTube, we got our super thanks button. We have channel memberships. Very easy. All you have to do is join. It should be right up under the video if you're on a PC and a laptop. I don't know where it would be. I think it would be in, if you're watching on like the television or something like that, you can just click on my picture and it should come up. And if you don't want to support here on the YouTube, I also have the Patreon. You can support me over there. I have the reading club over there as well. And even if you don't want to join the reading club, just join because it's free and I post a lot of stuff over there. I do. So come over to Patreon and see what your girl is up to. And like I said, you can support me over there as well. I also have Buy Me a Coffee, Cash App, and PayPal are in my bio. So, yeah, so many ways to support if you choose to support. And also, hype up the podcast. Yes, hype up the podcast because it absolutely helps. It does. It really helps the podcast to be seen by more eyeballs and it really pushes it out. So, yes, if you have the hype button, hype your girl up. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all very, very soon. Bye.